Bowls buddies, good morning to you. Beautiful Friday, time for Ask Andy. Okay, I've been told off. Apparently, I keep looking out the window and it puts one or two people off. Neil Bithell messaged me, even my mum told me off, but there's nothing unusual in that. It's just the style, I'm afraid, and it helps me refocus on what I'm talking about. But thank you for joining me today. I hope it isn't too distracting for you. If you've seen these videos before, you'll know that I talk about all sorts of stuff, and today is no different. I've been asked a question via a comment on one of my YouTube videos. I'm going to have a little chat about that. But first, please, if you're enjoying these videos, hit that like button. And if you want to be part of this community and be a Bowls buddy, then hit that subscribe button. And click the notification bell to get notifications of new content when it appears on this channel. So that is that out of the way. Glasses required because I'm a bit blind. So, on last week's Ask Andy, a comment was left from Gary Spencer. And I'll just paraphrase. He said, I just wondered if it would be worth having one on the funding and development of the game, as we surely cannot go on with the life membership scenario going forward. No other professional organisation survives on such a model. Well, an excellent point, Mr. Spencer, sir. I've been an advocate for many, many years of an annual membership fee for British Crown Green. But my mind has changed a little bit the older I've got. And I've started to look at it from a different point of view. Obviously, I have played the game at a fairly high standard, and I've been involved with British Crown Green competitions, and I've also been involved with the British Crown Green Association doing commentary. I was on a think tank with a few of the other top players and officials 10 plus years ago. Didn't really get anywhere with that, but at least we tried to put something back into the game. But then I thought, well, if I was just an average run-of-the-mill league bowler who played once a week, twice a week in a league, what does the BCGA mean to me? It's just another set of initials. Yeah, they're the governing body, but when do I get involved? How do they affect my bowling career? And I've really thought long and hard about that, and they don't. I think for the average bowler in the street, it wouldn't matter one jot whether the BCGA existed or not. The only time they ever come across them is when somebody digs out an old handbook and it's British Crown Green Bowling Association rules, copyright off, funnily enough. So my view is, why should Joe Schmo, who bowls once a week, why should he pay a membership fee to an organisation that doesn't affect him? And there's many, many arguments that you can take away from that. Well, if they promote the game properly, it ensures that the sport will survive and he will be able to play his bowls one night a week. Do they do that? Do they promote the game properly? Again, I would say not. So, let's recap. I'm all for a membership fee to a national governing body if they actually do something for that money. I want to be a direct member of that association. I want a membership card. I want communication from the governing body to inform me of things. I want them to be seen to be doing something with the money I'm paying them. And I think that is the problem that we have at the minute. If you went to your county rep and tried to get a rule through saying we're going to pay £10, £5, £15, £50, whatever, a year, the question would be, what are we getting for that money? Is it just going in another pot like they've already got? And that's the argument, I think, where we all start struggling. Why would we want to fund an association that isn't secure in the future of the game? Greens are going at an alarming rate. I've heard of another 3 going this season already. From thriving bowling areas. Not from areas that are dwindling and struggling for players. So the development of the game is the part that really interests me. What is the plan? What are they sitting around discussing at the meetings? How are they going to secure the future of Crown Green Bowls? How are they going to promote it? How are they going to get new players involved? I'm not one of the... This might be very controversial, I say. I'm not somebody who is absolutely tied on to the idea that we need loads of juniors to ensure the future of the game. Yes, I think junior bowls is great and more the merrier, but I think our future lies at a slightly older age group, sort of mid-30s age group. Imagine if every club in the country suddenly got 10 new junior bowlers under the age of 16. It won't bring a penny piece into any of the clubs. Yes, they'd have a young team, something to build on for the future, but it wouldn't help secure the financial future of the clubs, which is just as important. So for me, if junior players come along, they need to bring the parents with them. Hopefully, they're not just on their own and being hoped to be ferried about by people, whatever. If they bring their families in, they start playing as well, brilliant. But if you just get junior bowlers coming, it doesn't bring that finance with them. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of clubs are crying out for. So, yes, we should be looking at promoting the game amongst school-age kids, absolutely. But we should also be targeting these people who play other sports like rugby, football, cricket, and are coming to the end of that sort of competitive life that they have. What can you do? What other games are there? Well, a lot of people go to golf, but doesn't have that head-to-head feel as bowls has. And for me, that's the sort of type of people we should be focusing on to bring them into the sport, because not only do they bring that competitive edge, they also bring the money, a few quid, finances with them. And hopefully they'll bring their kids. But I have a problem. I have a problem with it. Imagine, if you will, British Crown Green do a fantastic job. And they get loads of players interested. Can they cope? Could they cope with an influx of another 5,000 players? Could the clubs cope? I'm not sure. It's an area that I really, really worry about. And I've even gone in print about this many years ago, saying the game is slowly dying a death. And I think to ignore it or to say it isn't happening, you're just kidding yourself. You know how many bowlers aren't bowling anymore, not because they died, but because they've packed in. How many greens are disappearing because the demand for them isn't there. Greens closing because they might not actually buy drinks in the pub that they're behind, or they can't afford the upkeep of the green, or councils are closing them down. These are the big things that British Crown Green, to me, should be really focusing their energies on. Keeping the greens alive that we have and finding new players to play on them. Have open days, British Crown Green open days at greens in the areas, get on radio, local TV, things like that, pushing the game. The only way people can play bowls is by knowing it exists. And I would argue there's a massive number of people out there that haven't got a clue that Crown Green bowls exists. Now, individual clubs can do their own recruitment drives. I think they need the help of British Crown Green. It is a big, big problem getting new players into the game. Television isn't interested, or certainly it's not interested anymore. Have TV companies been approached? And asked the question, how could we change it? How could we change our sport to make it more appealing for you? Maybe we could come up with a hybrid game, like the Big Smash up in Barrow. They've come up with this wonderful game. It takes about 30 minutes. Power ends, music, all the rest of it could work. Maybe there's a 2020 style game we could play that isn't that dissimilar to what we already do. More colour, more characters. It doesn't take a lot of thinking about, really, that TV, certainly for the last 2 months, has been crying out for sports. Have we missed a trick there? Could we have approached them and said, well, we've got a game for you. We could fill some of the hours you've got. And who knows? I don't have the answers for this. I think it's a bigger issue than I can tackle, certainly. But I would have, if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said absolutely yes. We need a membership scheme, an annual membership scheme that puts money in the coffers every year that the British Crown Green can use. Now, I've looked at it from a different way and I'm not so sure. I don't even know how the counties affect the average bowler. Would it make a difference if they didn't exist? I know that there are leagues out there that aren't affiliated to British Crown Green or to any counties, and they've been going a long time. Do we need them? And if we don't need them, why have we got them? If we do need them, they're not working. Something's not working. It's a bit of a chicken and egg thing, I guess. Yes, I think they need the money to spend to promote the game and to develop the game and have the people being paid a proper wage to go and actually do these things. You know, they're heavily reliant on volunteers, people getting not a lot for the effort they put in. But yeah, I don't think if you put it to any of the counties that an annual membership will get through. And I think if it did get through, I think you'd find an awful lot refuse to pay. I think they'd walk away from the game. So, massive chicken and egg. I find it quite a depressing situation, to be honest. I feel like we're a rudderless ship just drifting a little bit. And whilst we're not hitting any icebergs just yet, who knows what's around the corner. So, I'm depressing myself now. I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a good situation that we're in. Maybe the COVID thing's made it seem a little bit worse. But I don't think. I think at the rate we're going, you know, it's not going to be long until we've got, you know, a handful of clubs in each area, and that'll be that. We'll just, you know, maybe exist with a very small pool of players. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I've depressed you all now for the weekend. But catch me on Monday. Monday vlog. I'll tell you all about the videos I've got coming up and any other information that comes to mind over the weekend. So, thank you very much for watching. Bit of a depressing one, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. If you did, click that like button. Anything to say, leave a comment down below and I'll see if I can get round to answering them. So, stay at home, guys. And if you don't stay at home, go on the green. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the other side.